hey, I haven't made a video in a long time, but I think I'm going to start again. Because I really want to take people on a journey of what's going on in Voila World right now, and feels like we're building something really special, but it takes a hell of a lot of work and a hell of a lot of time. I think it would be fun to document it. I really don't think there's that many people in the music industry, at least, showing you what it actually takes on the artist side to make this work. There's a lot of things that are not talked about, and I want to talk about some of them. So let's just get straight into it. So for us, we have built our career based on streaming so far. Luke and I put out a lot of music. We're up to about 100 songs now, but we only got consistent over the past 2 years. And we've noticed that the second you get consistent is when Spotify and the other DSPs give you proper reach. And that has allowed us to get up to like 3.5 million monthly listeners. And I'm unbelievably humbled that there's that many people willing to listen to our shitty little tunes. But to us, it's allowed us to really, really dive deep into the storytelling aspect. And by releasing more music, what you're really getting to do is reveal more layers to the story and bring back characters in songs and really build a magical world for people to escape to. Next, I wanted to hit on live touring. So about 2 years ago, Luke and I got an opportunity to open for a guy called Craig Owens on the road. And we really hadn't toured very much at all. We took this opportunity and we hit the road and we learned so much. So grateful to Craig for taking us. But what we realized there was how underprepared we were for touring. What a real grind it is and how expensive it is. What we realized was every single penny that we were making on streaming had to be immediately reinvested into touring, because we believe in community over everything, and live shows are, in our opinion, the best, most fruitful environment to build community. They're the pillar, they're the bridge actually between streaming and community. So when you have live shows sit in the middle, it becomes the most amazing place for the people who might have met digitally or existed online to meet their mates and make the connection to streaming. So I really think it enforces both, but the live show aspect is such a crucial piece in the storytelling narrative that we realized we had been undercooking that piece of the Voila world. And now what we think about for live shows is how can we bring the most next level experience to the magicians? And for us, that is having a magician in the room, doing tricks outside. It's coming in and creating a world for people, making sure that the visuals are magical, that there's a sort of visual of Luke and I dressed up as magicians doing tricks on one side. Then you're meeting people who've got their rabbit ears on. The merch stand is all sort of intricate and dark and mysterious. And even the intro piece to our music, like we have someone called Charlotte who narrates our show, and she is the divine orchestrator of what's going on. She's essentially the magician's assistant, the animator of what's going on. And we really feel that we never want to be the band that just gets up on stage, sings some songs and then fucks off. We really want this to be an experience that people look forward to all year. And that is our absolute mission. That's our passion. That's what we're going for. But it is not cheap. So this is one of the things I want to be honest about is we take big losses on our tours. We sold 20,000 tickets this year, lost 6 figures, genuinely, on the tour. And we toured Europe, we toured the US, we're touring Australia in February, but it is a loss that we absolutely stand behind because we believe that we're building a magical community over time with a time horizon that is so long. It's 30 years, you know, that's the real time. We're looking 5, we're looking 10, we're looking 20. And to us, this loss right now is just growth. It's creating that experience that is the best in a 500 cap room. It has to be. We played a venue in Philadelphia and it was less than 200 people in the room. And what we wanted to do was bring the absolute best show we possibly could. So we're up there giving our absolute all, making sure the lighting package is amazing for the space. We had smoke, we had everything time coded, we had sort of all these different effects that we were trying to bring in. And for us, we would much rather take a loss on our tour and make the experience incredible than make a little bit of money and sort of cut back on some other things. We're having this conversation right now for Australia. We're trying to bring CO2 for the first time ever, the actual like smoke cannons on the front of the stage. And if we bring that, I will be the happiest man alive because I've been dreaming about it all my life. but it's not cheap again. But we think that from a magician perspective, the concept of this show with an amazing lighting package and obviously the speakers absolutely humming and having smoke and all this stuff, it makes you feel like this is more than a show. When you have the community layer where you've met people that also have the same interests as you and you're meeting your best mate at the show, and then also the show itself is on another planet, we believe that that is the way to build it. And that is the way to really give people value in this world that we want to build and we want people to escape to. So that's one of my other things. I think my last thing that I just wanted to touch on, I have so many things I want to talk about, but the other piece that's on the back end of this is like the marketing perspective and like owned channels versus rented channels. Rented channels to me is like, it's now honestly like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube even and stuff like this. And rented channels, I mean, they basically at any point can cut off your reach, right? If Instagram changes algorithm overnight and no one figures it out, then everyone's going to just post on deaf ears. Whereas if you have SMS and email and those sort of owned channels, and actually even Insta DM to a level where like you can automate DMs to people, you then are in control of your communication method. And when you want to tell people about something, you can. The issue I'm seeing is with friends of mine, and I really love to like talk to them about this sort of thing, is they will post something and it natively on the platform won't do that well because it's not packaged for the platform, it's packaged for what they want to say. The crucial piece there is, yes, own your channels, get as many people to convert to your SMS email list, many chat automations, Instagram DMs, whatever you can do. And obviously you can then talk to them in any way you want. But when you are posting on social media, make sure you understand the platform. There's people like Gary Vee who speak on this just absolutely ad nauseam in the best way. He never stops talking about it, but he's so true. You have to understand what the platform wants. Algorithmically, you have to understand it, because if you post what you want and it doesn't fit the algorithm, doesn't matter if you've got 5 million followers, no one's going to see it. This is what's happened. Everything is interest-based, and you have to realize that. And as a team, really study the platforms and study the people that are working on social and doing really well there and imitate some of the things they do. You can still use your brand. You don't have to sell yourself into a camera and lip sync and just because you saw someone do it online and copy it. You can still have your narrative arc. Like you can still do that, but make it really moody. It doesn't have to be you on camera. It can be one of the TV shows that's doing really well right now. So you insert yourself into culture that way instead of just begging everyone to stream your music. But that is kind of one of my philosophies that I've learned over time, and bringing like a marketing lens to music, I think is really important. I think a lot of musicians aren't trained that way, which is fine, but you almost have to have someone on your team that is. That is kind of it for now. And I just wanted to throw some short thoughts at you guys. If this is helpful, let me know. That would be super cool. But I'm going to kind of take you on this journey, and yeah, I'm looking forward to doing tons more videos. And I love just talking with no one in a room at a camera. All right, take care and see you soon. Cheers.